Hello, this is Danny Raymond, the voice behind Ray's Guide. Things are moving very quickly in the 3.21 PTU branch. I'm used to seeing this rapid deployment of new features in a test build, but usually only in the evocati phase. And of course, we aren't having an evocati phase in 3.21, so I guess this is going to be the general community's sampling of how fast and crashy things can be during evocati times. So on Saturday, the big news was that there was a large non-functioning station and jump tunnels at the location going to Pyro, and of course everybody reached the conclusion that this was in preparation for Pyro being featured during Citizencon. Now today, we get not just the Pyro station functioning almost completely, but actually 3 jump point stations, all mostly functional, if still buggy. Clearly there is more behind this than just Pyro. And to be clear, I completely expect that there will be something major regarding Pyro at Citizencon. We've had plenty enough years of teases and concept art and scripted demonstrations and work in progress. If Citizencon is going to steal the spotlight back from Starfield, it is going to need to deliver something more tangible to the audience regarding Pyro. But that doesn't explain 3 stations, and what does is something else entirely, something regarding our old new friend, the Hull C. You see, when the Hull C was introduced in 3.20, we learned that while it could travel to many places, the only places where it could trade at were the 4 low-orbit stations. This means that 6 bidirectional port pairs total. And that's not going to stay interesting very long now, will it? Now, these 3 jump point stations all have cargo loading facilities. So now we have 15 additional port pairs for a total of 21 port pairs. That's enough to keep Hull Series hauling interesting. But even more so from a supply and demand standpoint, you can assign these jump point stations a really huge supply and demand for a whole range of goods because they are proxy points for a whole chain of star systems behind it. This particularly as Terra is the economic center of the UEE, and Magnus is along the chain of jump points that leads to Earth. So let's take a look at these 3 stations one by one. I'll go into what's available each station to buy, but bear in mind 2 things. First, that those are likely to change, and second, I encountered a bug which did not allow me to sell the copper that I had bought. So don't bet the bank before testing on a smaller quantity of goods. Now, for this first station, the one going to Terra, I'm going to slow boat it to give you an appreciation of how huge and magnificent the Cloud Tech is. Here we are about 2,800 kilometers out, 2,400 kilometers out, 2,000 kilometers out, 1,600 kilometers out, ,1,200 kilometers out, ,800 kilometers out, and at 400 kilometers out, we can see the station and do a course correction. And here we see both the station and the lights nearby marking the actual jump point. As I said earlier, the station has both a refinery deck and a cargo deck, and the Galleria is well supplied with shops, having ship armaments, a platinum bay for ship components, dust-up armor, live-fire weapons, and a Kasaba outlet. Here is what the admin center had for sale, again, but I wouldn't put these into your spreadsheets just yet. And here is what they're willing to buy. Now, I hope they get this bug fixed before live, but right now, every single cargo crate shows up in your HUD. And here we have the Magnus station, which is huge like the others, but much more vertically stacked arrangement. Feels kind of like a Deep Space Nine vibes to me. It has all the same shops as the other two stations, except that I was unable to find the Casaba outlet. Go figure. Again, nothing in concrete, but the supply of things to sell here is fairly limited, mostly copper and fluorine. The list of things that you can sell to the station is much larger and similar to the others, but again, the economics team will certainly going to be doing fine-tuning before this goes to live. And now finally the Pyro jump point, which is closer in and quite convenient between ArcCorp and its L5 point. Once again, don't take that as a promise for its eventual location. Remember that things will keep changing fast in a build this early. Again, it's amazing how much the cloud technology improved from the last patch to this one. It's a fairly short list of commodities available for purchasing here. I got an error trying to buy the Dengus root, most likely because somebody else grabbed it, so I'll go fill up on iron. Because if we do get Pyro soon, this is going to be the last chance resupply shop, just like the sign says. I'm going to quickly scroll through the inventory on each store. I'll bookmark each if you want to skip through them, since at least for now they appear to be standard.
Sorry, could you hurry up? What's the hold up? You going for the record being slow?
Then, just to appreciate the beautiful work that they've done with the gas cloud tech and the stations in general, I'm going to take a few seconds to zoom around without narration, then head off to Area 18 to sell this iron and hope that I don't encounter the selling bug like I did with copper at New Babbage. Anyway, we still have our IAE Week ship giveaway for the winner's choice, the Galaxy Complete, the massive modular mining moving medical machine, or the brand new big box bargain bazaar called the Merchantman, or $100 in Steam Store credit. Just be a member, be entered automatically, or subscribe and comment with the secret word. And the secret word for this video is how many thousand credits I earned on the iron. Fly safe, keep it real, and I'll see you in the verse. This is Daniel Raymond for Ray's Guide.